So I thought I might shoot a quick video on request and talk briefly about how not to be a manly man, especially as it relates to playing computer games or Nintendo or Xbox or any kind of electronic computer game. Now, back when I was a teenager, my father, he was into computers. He got one of those IBM PC XT compatible computers, one of the very first personal computers, and we had like the very first flight simulator on there. It had Donkey Kong we could put in there, and we had some pretty cool games growing up. I really enjoyed playing computer games as a kid. But there's always a sense of waste in spending time doing that, especially as an adult. You'll get a game you like, maybe Age of Empires or whatever it is, and you'll spend hours and hours, day after day, playing that game. And at the end of the day, you're still as miserable as you were before. You really haven't got anything done. You're still a loser. And so that's my big complaint with adults, especially husbands and fathers, any adult, especially any teenagers for that matter. Playing these computer games, video games, turns you into a loser, and it's highly addictive because it gives you a false sense of satisfaction completing whatever tasks or goals or whatever the objectives are of the game. Gives you a completely false sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. And sure, there's probably some lessons to be learned in these games. You can learn strategy and tactics and whatnot. There's always plenty of excuses to how these games are good or educational. But at the end of the day, you can't pass the straight face test and say or claim that spending hours each day playing computer games is a manly or responsible or a righteous thing to do. It just isn't. I found that people who are addicted to computer games are just that. They're very, very irresponsible most of the time, and in particular, they're not getting very, very important things done with their lives. They're wasting away their lives, and so also it's such a juvenile thing to do. As a man, as a husband, do you really expect that your wife or your children are really going to look up to you as a responsible, manly, righteous figurehead if you're spending hours each day playing computer games or video games? There's no way. And if you're trying to be any kind of a disciple of Christ, if you're trying to repent and try and do what's best with your life, there's no way you can tell me that you sincerely believe that Jesus would be spending any time at all playing computer games. You just wouldn't. There are so many deeply vital things we need to be doing each day in terms of service, in terms of making ourselves better, studying the scriptures, prayer, and getting good exercise, getting things done around the house, doing the very best you can as a provider, protector, as a leader in your life. None of that is compatible with being a gamer. And so, that's the bottom line, is you cannot be a disciple of Christ and be a gamer. Take your pick. Which one has the best result? which one has the best outcome: being a gamer, being a loser, being a pathetic little wannabe all your life, or becoming a disciple of Christ, becoming a true man, and actually being the best you can be. So, I'm sure there's a lot more that can be said about it. And on that note, though, whenever you engage in addictive behavior, it always leads to more addictive behavior. So if you're spending lots of time playing computer games, you're probably also spending lots of time watching movies, watching porn, doing other things that are destroying your soul and destroying your opportunities in life, destroying your potential. So don't do it. Be your best self and live the gospel. Do good. Do that which brings the best value, the best benefit, the best outcome. And I guarantee you take to the bank, being a gamer is not on the list for having the best value, the best benefit, the best outcome.